Day stream. I might not play too much of this game. I might end up playing some other games because I'm like, I ain't downloaded them, so might not play too much of this, but I might. I really don't know. But anyways, let's get into the stream. So pause. There we go. Sup, Illy? All right. How's your day? My day was chill. Can't complain. Can't complain. What did I do today? I didn't really do a whole lot. I was chilling today. I think that's how, yeah, it was pretty much a chilled weekend. I got videos done. That's the only thing that really does matter. But other than that, yeah, today was pretty chilled. All right, let's get into this game. What achievements I gotta get in this? Drive 4,000 kilometers. All right. Dang, it's like a whole lot of people haven't really reached a high level in this game. They say like 0. What? Dang, that's low. Short's been going crazy lately. I see. Yeah, I'm saying like I posted a short and it got like 6,000 views. I'm saying like there is definitely gonna be like a lot of like TikTok videos I upload onto YouTube this year. Cause I'm like, to see how like crazy that stuff's been growing, I'm like, yeah, I'm posting a crap ton of that stuff. But I will be posting like other videos, not just the shorts, cause I still gotta record some other videos. Yeah, it's like making TikToks is easy. I can see why people, they'll just do that and then just post that stuff on YouTube later. Back on the reactions, I see. Yeah. It's just like, I wanted to find like different content, or either, I don't know, kind of like take a break from that for a little bit. It's like everybody, you know, just getting caught up like, oh, react to this video, react to this video. I just got tired of that, so I'm like, I'll just post other content. It's like, then also having like 30 plus other channels I'm working on, so, and then trying to like get content on those channels. Yeah. Like, sometimes people, they just, it's funny how like my version of a break is working on something else. So like, I really don't know what taking a break means. Yeah, I'm saying I just don't like, I don't know, me personally, I'm like, rather than taking a break, I'd rather, you know, keep getting closer to where I'm like aiming for in life. just a smaller scale. Please, 3 channels. 3 channels. I guarantee if I only had 3 channels, oh, bruh. Content left and right. And then it's like, yeah, then doing the TikTok videos and podcast episodes and streaming. It's like, I'm a busy person. It's like, and I gotta like come out with some more content for my other channels, because I got like 20 plus videos I haven't even posted yet, and like videos I haven't even published yet. So there's a lot of videos I need to publish and upload. This is on too, because I have been gaming much lately. Yeah, it's like with streaming, I have like, I have to say I have slowed down with the YouTube stuff, because I'm trying to just make sure like Twitch goes good. So in case YouTube wants to do like a gaming dry, oh yeah, very very dry. But in case YouTube want to do some old crazy dumb stuff again where they're giving me wrongful strikes left and right, I'm like, nah, let me go ahead and focus on my other stuff. TikTok, podcast, Twitch streaming. Because last year was bogus with all those strikes. I was like, hey, y'all, you guys is freaking on crack with all that stuff that you got going on right now. It's like, meanwhile, you got people out there doing far more worse videos than what I was posting. Playing, I'll have YouTube audience, that's the only thing. But I'm pretty sure it's like you can play any game, somebody will watch those videos. It's like either now or later. It's kind of, you guys see it as like, what is it, like stocks and NFTs. Like that stuff don't really be going off like now, but give it some time and eventually people will start talking about it. That's how I see it. I'd rather for my stuff to be posted now than to post it later when it is popular. And then it's, you know, everybody's gonna be watching that, the more bigger content creators. Give me another strike, I'm freaking, nah, I'm calling up somebody at YouTube. I was like, I want to speak to an executive, like somebody that's like running things, because I'm like, honestly, the people that's issuing out them strikes, they don't know what they doing. And it was just over the dumb videos. I need to post those videos on social media and ask people, I'm like, would you let your kids watch this? Just asking. Like, I personally don't think my videos are bad. Seen the EDP? Not yet. I'm, you know, kind of just like not so much waiting, but I'm like, I just busy with other content. Thing going his way. I'm saying, like, I mean, he did kind of set himself up for failure with all the stuff he did, so don't surprise me. Like this car. You know it's a Mustang. I like my Mustangs, but nah, something ain't right with this. It's just way too loose. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I can't drift in that. Car is not drifting. It's not a drifting car. Car is way too wobbly. Living right now. Oh, with EDP, yeah. That's the thing though. It's like he should have known that that stuff, like, if it doesn't happen to people that's like more famous than him, it's, you know, and I'm like, bro, it's not like you're a small YouTuber. It's like, it ain't like you're like a YouTuber that's like hard to miss. Like, not trying to like crack no jokes, but it's like he does have a distinctive like look to himself. So I like, you said, yeah, he set himself up for that one. At the same time, it's a group of people stalking his every move. You're not giving James Charles the same energy. Didn't he do something involving Kid? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure James Charles, he does have like stalkers waiting for him to make like another wrong move. They're just probably not as public like EDP's stalkers, but yeah, I'm positive James Charles got some stalkers. James Charles, he was doing a lot of crazy stuff. That's what I'm like, yeah. I mean, people were talking about it. My friend, because she has like a news channel, and she talked about that stuff. That's how I knew about it. All the things that he was doing. Like, they say he was like catfishing like kids he went to school with. I'm like, bro, what is the issue? Like, why is y'all doing this? Why do people gotta act so weird? What are some other things he did? Yeah, and they was like, he was talking to, well, I mean, he did, like, shut it down. It wasn't because, but at the same time, though, like, he still was, like, getting, you know, caught up in that. It's like, bro, you got, I guess, like, the difference between him and EDP is that EDP was like, I don't care. James Charles, he waits until the last second, like, after they had, like, some, you know, explicit conversation. Then he's all like, oh, now after we had this explicit conversation, can you now tell me your age? But, yeah, YouTube be having some toxic people on there. But I'm the one that's getting strikes. I'm the one that's close to getting my channel. Well, not now, but at one point in time. Came close to getting my channel taken down. I'm like, bro, YouTube is the type of people, it's like, makes you want to create your own platform and just be like, nah, forget y'all. Gonna be a content creator on WorldStar. WorldStar allows pretty much anything. They don't care. I don't even know how to like react to somebody. They tell me, they're like, oh, I'm a WorldStar hip hop content creator. I'm like, that's a thing? Tony Lopez, the TikTok dude too, and he been accused. Oh yeah, that name does sound him. I think, and he has a brother that got caught up in some stuff too. So yeah, it's like a lot of those people on YouTube. They do be doing some like weird stuff on the side. Not everybody, but. Yeah, you got some of them out there where they just, you know, they do some things and it's like, fam, like, just make content. That's what people subscribe to you for. Now it's like, you know, set yourself up for failure. That's why it's best being like me, antisocial. Talk to nobody. So I say I'm like somewhat social, but not all the time. There's like some people that like made it through the cracks and crevices, but other than that, I'm like, nah. I'm like, people, same energy. A lot of the EDP update videos is a lot of information. People who expose this dude needs to work for FBI. I'm saying, like, they just recently, somebody had came out and said that they solved the Young Dolph murder situation months ago. I think it was like around the time when all that when he had died. and people was coming out like, so I'm saying people on YouTube and social media, they can solve some crimes. I know I didn't solve like at least like 3-4 crimes out there. I'm like, oh, for sure that. I'm like, nah, that person did it. But yeah, it was like somebody had posted, because it was maybe a few days ago. They was just like, oh yeah, this is the person that killed Young Dolph, or one of the guys that killed Young Dolph. And then somebody was all like, Bryce said the same thing, like, what, maybe a few days after he passed. Because I guess some guy, the guy that did it, he released a music video in the same area. I don't know. I think that's just kind of dumb. That guy did do it. I'm like, bro, you is not a smart criminal. It's like, if you're gonna commit a crime, like, hide from the public eye. Like, don't post a rap video next day, like, in the area where, like, you know, evidence was found. Some people try too hard to be FBI, like when X shouldn't have. Oh yeah, see, it was that, and I remember it was well, no, I don't think it was with X, but it was for sure Nipsey Hussle. I remember everybody. That's why I just don't like when people, when they solve those crimes and they're just all the way in left field, like nowhere near where, like, you know, where like some information surrounding the crime, like they done came up with like some fictional stuff, like something that should have been in the movie. Because I remember when Nipsey Hussle, when he got killed, everybody was like, oh, it was a professional hit. It was the government, because he was working on the documentary. It was a professional hit. I'm like, why would an assassin travel all the way out to Crenshaw to go kill Nipsey Hussle? Like, sit down and think about that. I'm like, that makes no sense. I barely even knew who Nipsey Hussle was at the time, but I knew that it was like, there ain't nobody in this world that is that special where they need a professional hitman after them. Like, come on now. My opinion, it was bad timing with X, up-and-coming rapper, 7 minutes away. He was on social media around the time of the shooting happened with Redman. Oh yeah, I remember when that whole situation happened, because I was paying attention to it. I can't remember who that guy was, but he proved his innocence. Plus, like, with the security footage, I'm like, I think a lot of times people forget, like, there are security cameras. But yeah, when the guys that killed X, I was like, you guys are stupid. Don't send 2 scouts in, you know, looking at him and stuff, and then, you know, be in the same car that you, like, they set themselves up for that one. So, sad that X passed away, but it's good people like them are off the streets. It was like they sent in 2 scouts after him, and then was like searching up his name and all this other stuff, and was like following him and things. Like, it's like, come on now. But yeah, I just remember when Nipsey Hussle died, everybody was just like, oh, it's a professional hit. There was an assassin. I'm like, you guys is. I was like, alright, believe what you want to believe. It's like, what are some other ones? I think like all the time when somebody gets shot and killed, somebody's like, oh, it's a professional hit. Apparently one of the scouts is a big tattoo artist. Yeah, I think they say he did tattoos for Kodak Black. All the way. Yeah, they said the one guy did tattoos. I think the other, the fat one, he's like, I think that he said he was gonna start like a lawn mowing job or something, and I'm like, so you had a job, but instead you decide to kill this like kid because why? Like, it was stuff like that I just didn't understand about that case. I'm like, you know, man didn't do nothing to you and you killed them. That's probably why a lot of times, like, artists, and I made videos talking about that. That's something I speak highly of. I'm like, a lot of these artists need to have security. Like, one security in the front of them, one security in the back of them, like, driving wise. So, some stuff like that happens. I'm like, okay, you know, security's there. He's a big time artist, so it's not something you're gonna get away. Exactly. Because I think that the tattoo guy, they caught him like 48 hours. And then they just slowly start catching everybody else. I honestly think dude snitched. Because I was like, okay, I'm like, he's for sure not going to tell them. Then there was like sometime after he got caught, then the other guy had got caught. They caught him in Georgia. I think it was the fat one. They caught him in Georgia. I think they say hiding at his sister's house. And then they caught the two shooters. And I think they said one of them had like shell casings from the weapon that he had inside. Well, because I don't know if I don't know if the car was renting out, but I just remember they did say that they found shell casings. Because I don't know if it was that car that they like drove up and killed X in, or if it was a different car, but they did say that they found shell casing in his grandmother's car, I think. I'm like, bruh, you guys just left the evidence and say, you know what? We should be okay. And he definitely... Oh, for sure he snitched. There's all like, look, bro, we caught you, and why'd you look at him? They probably showed him the security footage and was just like, you looked right at him, and we seen you guys, like, in this car. So who are the other guys? Because there's like, if you don't tell, then they get away, for, you know, free, and you're gonna spend life in prison. He probably was just like, look, now, do y'all promise me I won't get life in prison? They're like, yeah. No, you good. He probably gonna get like 99 years in prison. So bad timing. Yeah, well, because I didn't know who that guy was, and so, but when they were all like, I think somebody, then plus they said witnesses was all like, oh yeah, he had like a red mask or something like that. And so, yeah, I was like, I honestly, I didn't know. I thought it was the guy, but I was like, it's just, I think somebody had showed, like, a map of where he was posting that stuff at, and where they said X had got killed at, and they was like, unless that guy had one of them cars from Fast and Furious, I don't know how you gonna get from that area where X was at, to his area where he posted that photo in, like, a few, like, minutes. Because they say he was pretty far out from the area. It's like, plus with traffic and all that stuff, like, yeah, it's, you know, it wasn't possible. So, like I said, I was an X fan. So, of course, you know, I had to bring out my FBI gloves and figure out what was going on. Bunch of cloud from the city. Oh, yeah. I remember when, I think, Dama's Live News and was it DJ Academics? It might have been him, but they were posting, like, his videos, his music and stuff for a little bit, but after that, like, I don't know what that guy's doing now. I was an X fan just like everybody else, so I definitely was doing my research, figuring out the situation. I still remember that day like it just happened, the day X passed away. Because it just comes off like it was a dream, like it just seemed unreal. So I know, like, sometimes people can't forget things, but certain, like, things like that, yeah, you can't forget it. That stuff, like, sticks with you. Where am I at with this achievement? And I'm gonna like let you know. They're like, oh, just play the game. You'll figure it out. Most hilarious this is like, that's crazy. And I go about my day. Say affected me was X and Kobe. Yeah, those two, they affected me too. But there was like other ones in the mix, like before and after, where it was like, dang, man. Kobe though, because it was crazy. I was watching like basketball highlight videos, and Kobe was in the video, of course, the day he died. And I think I went up in my room to go record a video, and my mom just started yelling, like, you know, like, Ty, come down here quick. Go downstairs, and she's all like, she said it was a family. Now this family relative always gets like celebrity deaths wrong. So when she was all like, oh, I just got this message saying that Kobe Bryant passed away. I was like, no. Then she was all like, yeah, then said the family relative's name. Like, just text me and said that he passed. So I kind of gave my mom a look, and I was like, hasn't she gotten deaths wrong before? Like, nah, I'm not believing in that. I went on TMZ, and then they was like, TMZ, like, Kobe Bryant dead at this age. I was like, dang, this stuff, it just happened, though. About Kobe dead from a YouTube notification from a dude that was known clickbaiter. Crazy is the day before that flight reacted to Kobe 81-point game on ESPN after it wasn't there yet. TMZ said it was Kobe. Like, TMZ wrong. I knew it was I knew it was real once when I saw that TMZ posted it. I feel like TMZ, like, you know, because so there's this movie, and it does kind of like, you know, show you how paparazzis are. But it's this movie called Nightcrawler. And after watching that movie, I have like a different outlook on paparazzis and, you know, how they operate. Because before watching that movie, I'm like, bro, I don't believe nothing until like CNN and the news starts talking about it. But after watching that movie, Nightcrawler, it gives you a different outlook on paparazzis. Like, dang, it's like now, because I'm like, when deaths be happening, I'm like, I knew they had to have been the first ones there reporting it. TMZ reported it before his wife found out. That's the crazy part. Imagine finding out a significant other died from that. I know, right? No, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, I was like that. And I know it's real when it starts trending on Twitter too. And then also if the person's not like typing or talking saying, hey, just letting y'all know that stuff is fake and ain't real. If I don't see that within like an hour, then yeah, I'm like, something didn't happen. Y'all could have gave her a chance to grieve first. Oh no, TMZ, they don't care about other people. They care about clicks. Like I said, watch that movie Nightcrawler. You'll understand like the mind of a paparazzi and how it don't matter. Those guys, it's like a war zone out there with them paparazzis. They'll do anything to survive. So if it means posting a crazy story before, you know, the family finds out, hey, like, that's a paparazzi for you. I mean, look at how they were chasing down Kanye. I'm like, bro, Kanye will tackle you. Like, and y'all are still bothering this man. And then just so many other stories and stuff. Like, what was they? It's like I think, what is that girl's name? Where it was like some poppers about being first. Even YouTubers try to use their situation for clout. Oh yeah. But no, there was this. What was that girl's name? It was like some like famous girl, but paparazzis was legit like chasing her. And she ended up, I can't think of her name, but she ended up getting into a car accident. And she ended up dying. Because those paparazzis, like, they said they were driving at high speeds too. So, like, hearing that, and then so many other stories and videos, and then watching that movie Nightcrawler, yeah, you'll understand why paparazzi, they're just, you know, you gotta just be violent with them, because they wouldn't understand. So wrong with the Napier information. Oh, that don't surprise me. That's something I've known about YouTube since day one. Everybody always does stuff like that. Dang, what was that girl's name? Saying Rick Fox was on the helicopter, saying all his family was there. News people were saying that too. Yeah, because there were so many things. That was a hectic day. I think because everybody was scrambling to figure out like what was wrong. And then I can't remember what they said, like what it was. I can't remember how they overall figured it out, but I remember when I was recording that, I was recording a video playing Destiny. That's like another day I'll never forget. The day, Kobe had passed. I was playing Destiny and I was on my phone just kind of like checking during the cutscenes or whatever. And then saw the news that his daughter was on the plane too. And I just remember my heart just sinking because I'm like, you know, I didn't really watch too many Kobe games. I caught some, you know, just watching it with my dad. But then at the same time, you know, you kind of feel for somebody when they, like, you know, go through some stuff like that. So it's like to know that he died and his daughter had died, and then other people, their daughters and parents. And then there was I know they said that, there was the whole situation where the girl, I think, lost, I don't know if it was both, or it was just, I think it was just one parent and a sister. But either way, I'm like, that was just a sad day. Then the messed up part about it is that there's people out there, and they even remember when they did the same thing with X. And there's just those people out there, they're like mad disrespectful when they die, like, oh well, they did commit these crimes, so it's good that they died. And I'm like, bruh, if you're gonna be toxic, like, be toxic in your own, like, you know, on your own time, but don't be toxic like on the day when there's like the whole world is grieving. Oh, let's see those two together, Kobe and his daughter. Afterwards I just seen, you know, how close they were, and was all like, oh dang, they were close. Oh, that's the worst part. And I think the charges was dismissed with X, so, because the girl that was like a part of all that stuff, like she overall, like I said, she didn't want no parts of it, or she ain't gonna continue through with it. So she dropped the charges and then did a music video with the mom. Or she was like a part of a music video, but I think they said the mom had something to do with it, like contacting her and all that stuff. But I think there was like one of like X's like requests before he passed. But yeah, I just remember people was being disrespectful on the day that he passed, X, and I'm like, hey, look, y'all can say how y'all feel about that. You know, I understand how people stand on that stuff, and I'm like, you know, I get it, I understand, you know, that stuff can be traumatizing, but I think, like, you know, publicizing a person's death and then making it seem like that it's okay, like, nah, can't do that to people. If it had been the other way around, you've been like, oh, how is it, like, been mad about that stuff, so. Situation for Cloud, because they had no business dropping that last album. That I do think that they went about it wrong, but I don't know. I've never been in a situation where, like, I lost a child and, you know, didn't know how to manage their stuff after they passed, so I can't really speak. Like, at one point in time, I did think, like, yeah, she was, but then it's like the more and more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I would react in a situation like that. I know a lot of people there like talking on that stuff like, oh, she's milking X and his, you know, releasing all these different things. And I'm like, I don't know what I would do. I would like to think I'd do the right thing, but that's the thing, like, what is the right thing? It's like, you know, you just, like, you lost, like, one of your own, so... I just wish she would release his older music on Spotify. I'm like, hey, yo, forget the NFTs and all this other extra stuff. Like, release his older music on Spotify. That's what I care about. Bro, that thing's just now moving forward? Oh, no, that's going to take too long. That's going to take way too long. I'm good. Now I'm about to play something else. I didn't think it was going to take that long, but... Nope. What game can I play? What's up, DK? How's the night treating you? I haven't heard of Sud Dude in I don't know how long. That was from the Vine days, too. I miss Vine. They need to bring that app back. They need to bring back Vine. Hey, how is it that, like... DK Metcalf. No, I did say the same thing, Illy. It's not DK Metcalf. But this could be, like, you know, a good friend of mine's. They are in Washington State, so... Just eating some fresh baked bread. That sounds good. That actually sounds pretty good. Imposter, I know. I went through the whole spill. I did, trust me, Illy, I did like a whole like identity, you know, background check. Like they good. They good people. They good people. And it's funny though, I think DK Metcalf, he is born in 97, so hold on, let me check real quick. Yup, 97. That's I'm honestly starting to believe like this is like his, you know, his just his back. But like nah, you did say that you're a woman, so. I mean, I don't know. There's gonna be a day where I see your account streaming, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me like see what their stream's going on. It's just DK Metcalf playing Warzone or something. I didn't want to do that. Nope. I heard the Seahawks, well, yesterday. But I heard they did good. I think I need to put that sensitivity. I'm gonna put it on like, put it on 7. This game playing, I don't think I ever played it though. I played the old one. I never played the well, I have played this one too, but I always would get mad and end up deleting the game because I think it had like a, but I don't like how the steering wheel is in here. The steering wheel is just weird. Making more bread in 8 days. All right, cool. Can't wait till the Cowboys lose in the playoffs. Cowboy fans, most annoying sports fan. Bruh, because it's funny. My dad's a Cowboys fan. My dad don't care where he's at. Like, we could be in Disneyland. We're like, oh, look, there's Mickey Mouse. Oh, look, there's Donald Duck. Dad's always see somebody wearing a Cowboys jersey. What about them Cowboys? I'm like, bro. I'm making it now. Dang, it takes 8 days. Dang. Bro, look at the oh no, that's too much. Why they not just like this stirring? Okay, hold on. It's got a ferment. I got it. I see. That's in. See, you're talking to a person that don't cook, so I just get my stuff like already made. I need to do that though. I need to take like a cooking class or something. Days in America seem they've never won anything during most of our lifetime. Pretty much. My car's stuck. How did I even get here? If it was white bread, then just use yeast and but it's sourdough. Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. I still don't. That's why I didn't play this game. But I'm like, again, it's like, how they gonna spawn me in some freaking mud and I can't even go nowhere? It's like, come on now. I ain't playing that game no more. Let them come out with another one. I possibly might play that one, but I ain't playing that no more. This game gonna mess around and drive me insane. What game can I play? It actually makes sense. Let's play Saints Row 3rd. Gotta get new tires. That might be the problem. That might be the issue. Or I just get out and walk and go to the area. I'm like, if I get stuck walking, then it ain't meant for me to be. Or I could just stick to the main roads. I mean, I don't know why my character was out in, mud. Because the last I remember I played that game, I was on the main road. So. And they just said, oh, you know what? No, next time he plays, we're just going to spawn him in mud. And we're going to give him a truck that's just not equipped for that. He wanted to go mudding. I mean, I just feel like it's a time and place for it, but I guess.
Check it out, boss.
I like how my character, he's dressed in this like weird. And I dressed him. I made him look like that.
Alright, so what am I looking at? Safety deposit keys. Now, don't you want to know what it is they all got locked up?
It's like out here looking like the hood RoboCop.
Waiting for us to make a move. Well, I guess then you.
I played this mission earlier, and they act like they didn't want to pass me.
Hey man, plan better be good here.
I'm gonna go in, open the safety deposit boxes, get the shit, and then come out.
You think it's that simple?
Fuck no.
Good. I was worried about you for a second.
Just be ready when I come out.
You know me, man. I got your back.
I'm about to say, I'm like, they gonna fail me in the mission, and I haven't even played it yet.
Keep my ass covered till I can find somewhere to hide.
Hope you got.
Gotta be at 4. Not installed. Nope, not installed. What'd I do? Oh.
Needed.
Hell yeah. Don't let these assholes get too close.
My second playthrough. Yeah, Battlefield 4, that storyline, I did like that storyline. It was pretty good.
You gonna hit these assholes? Damn, these guys don't give up.
Dang.
Don't let these assholes get too close.
Man, had me hesitant. I was like, nah, I'm sorry, Hannah. Trust my boy Irish. Oh yeah, because that was like the boat like exploded or something like that. I don't remember too much of it because I played it a while ago, but no, I remember that last mission. Battlefield had a pretty good storyline. I don't know why they decided like with this Battlefield they're all like, oh, we're not gonna add no story mode. We're gonna make it a multiplayer game. I was like, I did not get that. I was like, they guys just pretty much gave us Black Ops 4.
Don't let these assholes get too close. They're blocking the road up here. Help me out.
Right, like you can play solo with AI, but not fight. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I played it, and it's just that's not fun. That's not fun at all. I was like, you guys went about that all wrong.
You gonna hit these assholes? I'll get ready then. The building is just over the bridge.
It's like they could have did something good with it, but it's the mission, right? About Gears of War. I have yet to play a Gears of War game. So I have a crap ton of Gears of War games, but don't play them.
I love this town.
It's like, fam, what is you doing? I believe it was Gears of War 2 that actually made me cry. Dang. I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, you know what? No, that's what game I should play. There's this game that's on Xbox called Yakuza 3. That game, it didn't make me cry, but I was like, dang, this is sad. What is he doing? Like, got me out here being the American sniper. It's like, bro.
Saints always win.
What happened? There we go. So I was trying to do it earlier. Spent a large portion of the game trying to save his wife, only for what happened to happen. Pain down his voice. Made his wife die. I don't really care if that game gets spoiled for me, but that's what happened?
Maybe we should do a little advertising around town. You know, pimp the Saints and steal for it.
Don't we have a PR department for that?
People go crazy over actual
Dang.
celebrities promoting themselves.
Like, he gotta do all that just to steal the person's car?
Selling. You just get my back, and I have the perfect places to hit.
I think another game that I did get sad on was Walking Dead. That first season of Walking Dead.
Hit the Morningstar territory. Yeah, but where? There's a lot of cities.
I was all like, now that was a situation where I'm like, hey, you guys don't do that no more.
Got some basic merchandise, you know.
In a way. They found her and she's almost dead, and he has to put his own wife out of her misery. See the shot, but you hear after seeing Tom crying, deny the fact she's in that. Dang, that is sad. that's some sad stuff. I can see why you cried.
You said we wanted fans. I think you broke it.
It's like,
Watch me do this shit.
yeah, I definitely would have been in a situation where I'm like, I don't think I probably would play another Gears of War game again.
What you need, man? I got Saints merch, Otar merch, Aisha merch. Want me to sign your basket? Shit. Who's next?
Hey, what did y'all... Alright, yeah, run me over, you drunk driver. She looks healthy and fine as a guy in the back is like, dumb. This happened to her. Dang. Yeah, that's something I'm like, I don't know if I'll play that one. Do I have Gears of... Hold on for a second. Let me see if I have that game. I might. It might be one of those like free games with gold. I probably downloaded it. Gears of War. Nope. That's the one that I don't have. I have 1, 3, and Judgment, but not 2. Oh, actually, no. Wait a second. They might have it where it's the Xbox Game Pass. Hold on. Gears of War. Oh, okay. Yeah, here it goes. All right. Yeah, one of these days I should download it and play. What was that? I don't know what that is, but all right.
Or else. I don't think that'll work. They don't seem too friendly. Maybe you should try doing the
It
opposite.
was awesome, but that moment I had to pause and cry. Dang. Yeah, I don't think I had to do that and just run over the old lady.
For this shit.
I think when I played the Yakuza 3, then there was a character that they killed off in there. I was like, wow, that's messed up. I was like, dang, why it had to go down like that?
Pierce, you're a fucking natural. Fuck right I am. You ever managed the planet Saints?
There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Another time.
Also cried in BioShock 2. Dang. I played, it was BioShock
Anywhere. Yeah.
Infinite, I think. That was the one that I played. Because I remember everybody was talking about that game, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and play it real quick, see what it's all about. Not a fan of Infinite. A lot of people, yeah, they don't talk on that BioShock. That's like the one BioShock I hear nobody talk about. I hear people 1 and 2 are bad. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that was just one of those ones they was like, oh, yeah, let's just, you know, do something different. Why am I playing like these like side missions? They don't feel like main missions. I'll play something else. I don't really feel like playing that. What game? Really don't want to go back and play it. Let's play this. It is its own game. It shouldn't be a part of the sequel. Yeah, a lot of people. I'm saying like every time when I hear people talk on BioShock, they never mention that one. They always mention 1 and 2. I think even when they did like that remastered version of BioShock, they only did 1 and 2. Infinite was like, I had to go and download it because I bought it when I had my 360. And that was the only way I could play it. But other than that, it was like, it wasn't playable. Like a newer remastered version. They might have one, but I didn't see it. It's like I almost bought this game and I was like, I have the game. Oh, but it might not connect and might play weird. So I might end up having to buy this game again if it doesn't play correctly. I'll have like such an angry look on my face, but I'll be sitting there listening to music like this. They're like, why is he so angry looking? I'm like, it's not that I'm mad. I just, you know, just the music that I like listening to. I be listening to some odd music at times. Half of the time, it don't even make any sense. It's like, bruh, it's like, contact Jesus. Why I gotta take it? I don't like how this look. I might end up buying this game, the remastered version. I played COD 4 Modern Warfare when guys die. Actually, you scream no. I'm trying to think. TV shows have had me like that, but not like video games. Should I just play like the remastered version of this game? Cause I don't know about this. Dang. Yeah, I might end up because it's only $8. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna overall do. I'm gonna do that. No, 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 no. How many of those points do I have? I don't think I have an. Oh, actually, no, I think I should have enough. They knew that. I feel like Ubisoft knew that Rainbow Six Extraction was not going to do good, so that's why they added it to the Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I think they say like, oh, future, they're going to try to do something with the Xbox Game Pass and have it where it's like games are available on there. I'm like, yeah, you guys are doing that because you know your games are going to flop this year. It's like, Ubisoft, you guys release a game, you're like, nah, we don't want this game to be good. Bro, what am I trying? Okay, this is all I was trying to do. The guys died, did not hesitate on Amran, the guy who offered. Yeah. Yeah, there's them games, I'm telling you. They'll have you all messed up. Let me go ahead, redeem the $5 one. Alright. Screen gonna go black for a second, so just so I can purchase this game and none of my personal information is being shown. I like how that's the. I swear, man. All right, where is that one at? I was playing. Oh, there we go. I wonder how long is this going to take to download. That's what I'm more so curious about. See if a time pops up. What's a game that actually made you cry? Game that's made me... that's the thing, though. I don't think there's ever been a game that's made me cry. TV... It's like there's been TV shows and movies that have, like, gotten me teary-eyed, but I've never, like, has cried. God of War. I don't think not God of War. I did play. It was a PSP version of God of War that they came out with. I remember I played that. I think that was the only one that I sat down and played too. Gears of War. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, I don't think nobody calls it GOW, so. How about anime? Anime, I barely watch anime shows. I had a friend, she's actually like, she was forcing me to watch anime shows. Because I barely watch like any form of that, so. I should though. I'm slacking.
Your next race will be at the Bernese Alps.
Your watch.
Wide roads
Full Metal.
high speeds.
Alchemist, you're crying. That's the thing though. I'm like, I've watched so many like sad movies and TV shows, like, well, then again, like I said, like, but it's like the rare ones. Like Walking Dead, I think that was like the last show that almost had me in tears. And even like they had some crazy deaths in that show where I was like, dang, man. It had to be them. Alright. That's cool. I ain't gonna cry, though. I ain't gonna get all sad and emotional. Y'all ain't gonna bring that out of me. My brother watches horror for fun and stuff. He also doesn't cry. Seeing that Edward scene is... He was choking back tears. Edward Scissorhands? I remember we watched that as a... To his own daughter. Knowing full... Oh! Yeah, sometimes you'll, them shows, I'm telling you, you'll see people cry on some stuff and you all like, dang. But... I cried. Yeah, there was some scenes in Walking Dead where there was like the one character where everybody was saying like their final goodbyes to him. So cried on that scene. Yeah, I'm curious now. But yeah, there was a scene in Walking Dead where everybody was like saying their goodbyes to this character, and it got down to like, I ain't gonna say who because it might spoil it. I don't know if you watched that show, but it got down to like this one last person, and when they broke down in tears and started crying, I did get a little teary-eyed. I'll admit. I was like, that scene did kind of have me a little bit messed up. I was like, wow, that hit home. hit home to nothing, but still, I was like, nah, that's not right. And then there was another death on there. I think it's those surprising deaths. It's those deaths where it's like you don't expect it to happen, and then when it does, and it's like, hey yo, it's like I might have to ask y'all to calm down. Like y'all can't be doing this in my household. Trying to think of some other. Oh, the ending of Fast and Furious 7 when Paul Walker drove off in the distance. That did kind of have me a little sad. Last two Avenger movies after what I think years of those movies being released. I sat down and watched it on Disney Plus because I had like a free trial thing. And I watched those two. I was like, bruh. In fact, her dad did that to her in the name of science. In this Full Metal Alchemist show. Yeah, there's some shows out there. They'll have you all messed up. They'll do some stuff in there, and it's like, I don't know how y'all did that. Based off what you just said about that show, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, it's like, there's some movies and shows out there where I'm like, dang, that's messed up. But see, that's the thing though, where I'm like, I'm too much of a goofy person, so like, I find things in movies and TV shows where most people will cry in, and I start like questioning stuff. See a dog. Anytime people who see it and see a dog in a wig, they break down crying, saying, "Why would you do that?" I'm so confused. I'm like, I honestly, everybody, they like start crying because they ain't seen some dogs in wigs. I'm just sitting back thinking, why is the dog wearing a wig and why are people crying? I'm trying to think of some other movies and TV shows that's had me emotional. He merged his daughter with a dog. Dang. That man's a mad scientist. That's what he is. People do some stuff in the name of science. That's kind of like that movie, well, not really, but like, it kind of like picks up from the idea of that movie, but there's this old movie called The Fly. And the guy, well, he didn't know. He was like, had like this like transfer machine thing, accidentally transfer himself. Well, Fly had flew in his machine, and then he like slowly just started turning into a fly. He had to kill her and the dog. He used alchemy to bring them together. What she says that were, and dang, yeah, that's crazy. Anime shows, though, I have to admit, I heard anime shows, they always be having like some crazy stuff happening in it. long is this race? I was about to say, I was like, bruh. I'm like, man, it's a long race. I'll take that. No, earlier I was saying like, no video games have caused me to cry. I was like, out of anger they have, but not because a sad scene didn't happen. Did that to his wife too. That's wild. Yeah, scientists, I'm like, sometimes that's what I'm like, people in this science stuff, I'm like, yo, y'all need to relax. Like, not everything needs to be like, you know, involved in science. Like, you know, just let a shoe be a shoe. Or, you know, let like a dog and humans just be themselves. Take science too far. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, no, science is like, you know, a cool concept. But I think sometimes people, they just like, if I'm sitting down like trying to enjoy like a thing of like McDonald's French fries, like just don't add science, because now, you know, it's gonna confuse me. I'm gonna, you know, not even want to eat the fries no more. Let's show you there is the family dog. That's wild. Yeah, that does kind of sound like this old 80s movie. Well, I think they did come out with a movie prior before that, like in the 60s, I think. But it was an old 80s movie with Jeff Goldblum called The Fly. And, dang, what's that woman's name? She played in Thelma and Louise. But, yeah, it was kind of like that. And then he was trying to, like, morph her and him together and screw up everything. Tear up a little bit. Yeah. Seen it. Yeah. That was a good movie. I think Jeff Goldblum, he's just one of those guys where it's like you can't look at him and be like, oh yeah, he's done a bad movie. I think every movie I ain't seen him in has been good. Biddy Snatchers? No. That's an interesting name.
Your next race will be at Mount Panorama Circuit.
Body Snatchers. Oh, yeah. Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Yeah, I saw that movie. I was about to say, I'm like, what's Biddy Snatchers? I'm like, that don't sound right. That sounds like you'll go to jail for some stuff like that. They came out with like two versions, because there's the Invasion of the Body Snatchers that came out back in the 70s, and then they came out with one, I think, called just The Invasion. And it was like the same movie, but like, who is it? It was either, no, it was Naomi Watts. I always get her and Nicole Kidman confused with each other, but yeah, that was a pretty good movie. That's a movie I'm like, hey, bro, that better not ever happen, because I'm like, I do not. It's the new one, the Sassy. What's the one with the sassy man eating fly trap? That sounds like my strange addiction. That's what that sounds like. Eating fly traps? I'm like, nah, that's a strange addiction. But I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that movie. It sounds crazy. He out here eating fly traps. I'm like, that makes my like tongue go numb. I'm like, that don't sound right. That sounds disgusting and uncomfortable. No, the fly trap is eating. The fly trap is eating. Oh wow. I think the only movie I seen something in there with that was, but I don't think it was. I think that movie that you're talking, it might just be strictly that. But Creep Show 2. But it wasn't. They didn't show that till like the very end. I was like, there were so many other things that happened in that movie throughout, but no, I don't know. Little Shop of Horror. Oh, okay. I heard of that movie. I never watched it though. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. It's a funky movie. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen that movie. I know one movie that did screw with me when I was a kid growing up. This movie called Signs with Mel Gibson. For Creep Show, did you watch 1 and 2? I've seen both of them. Yeah, Mel Gibson did this movie called Signs, and I'm like, nope. If I remotely see any aliens that look like that, I am running for dear life. That movie gave me nightmares. I'm like, never again will I watch that movie. I'll watch it now, but the one, Where's My Cape? Oh yeah, yeah, that was the old dude at the, and then there was like the it was like, cause that was like the one about the grave, where like the, well, it was like, I don't think it was called the considered a zombie, but I like the Tasmanian Devil one. That one was actually pretty, it was cool. It was cool. I watched a lot of scary movies growing up as a kid. And it was funny, like, Signs ain't even a scary movie. I mean, it's an alien movie, so it has, like, its scary scenes, but that's the movie that did it for me. It's the first Creep Show, the one with the bugs coming out of the shower in the drain. Yeah, that was the first one. Same, but not by choice. Oh, I watched them scary movies by, like, that was my choice. I was sitting there watching The Exorcist at, like, 7 or 8 years old. I think I was either between the ages of like 6 to 9 when I watched The Exorcist for the first time. And I was actually, see, the crazy thing about it, and I think that's probably why a lot of my friends was all like, nah, we can't watch scary movies with him. I started laughing at those movies. I watch movies like Saw. I don't think, yeah, it's one, I don't know. Me personally, I was like, Saw wasn't really scary to me. I watched that movie, I was like, that was kind of weird, but, because like I said, I question movies. So I'm like, how'd they end up in there? They got drugged? You mean to tell me throughout that whole time where they were drugged, they didn't wake up like I don't know. It's like, you don't feel nobody, like, tickling at your feet when they taking your shoes and socks off, and then they put some handcuffs around your ankle? I'm like, how come these guys ain't living with people? I'm like, where's their, wives and kids at? I can't take no movie serious. Like, that's, scary movies, and me and scary movies, like, we mix, but at the same time, like, I always just say some dumb stuff when I'm watching it. My favorite scary movie, though, House on Haunted Hills. They came out with this one in the 90s, and it was, like, I think supposed to be, like, the first of many. I think it was, like, 99 or something like that. That movie is my favorite. I will watch that movie any day of the week. Watch horror slashers, possession terrors, in all pitch black house. Then had to go to bed immediately afterwards. That's the worst. When you watch like some movie that has you thinking and then you gotta go to sleep. Dismember. Berman, age of 10. That's a movie? I didn't see it. Where some other movies that's Signs was really the only one that did it from. Oh, Sinister, that movie had me sweating. That movie, I never had sweat so hard when watching a movie before. Sinister was that movie. I remember being in the movie theaters. It was cold outside. I'm wearing a jacket. As soon as I left that theaters, just drenched. People being dismembered. Oh, okay. Yeah, see that type of stuff. It didn't affect me. I more so see like it's like I'll be looking like that ain't real. I'm like you could see like the freaking the fake blood like spraying. That ain't real. It's probably good watching scary movies with me though, because you see that I'm not being serious about it. Now, if it's like now the one show I did watch and my friend they had me watch that like Pitch Black. Oh, that was honestly pretty funny though. Make it worse after watching a horror film. I'm in bed for like 2 hours and my parents stand in the doorway, the trench coat and large hats. Oh, see, then that's where you just gotta start fighting. I saw that and I've been like, well, I'm like, you may think it's my time to meet the Lord, but it's gonna be a few minutes from now because I am gonna put up a fight. See, my parents, they wouldn't do no stuff like that with me. My sister tried doing that. She hid like underneath. Well, it wasn't underneath. It was like on the side of this wall. She went to like, she screamed and then grabbed my leg. I swung back and kicked her. I took her head off too. I was like, that was... After that, nobody doesn't hide around corners and be scaring me. Because I'm like, I fight. If I feel like my life's in danger, I'm fighting. I don't think I ever apologized for that too. But she had it coming. I'm like, you can't hide behind no wall and, you know, grab me by my leg, scream. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, my leg's missing, so. But no, it was funny. I remember it was my friends. They had me watch this TV show called Ghost Adventures. And that show is scary. Like, the episodes they had me watching, I was like, hey, yo, this show ain't right, man. Touches me while I'm sleeping. I'm waking up punching. For sure. Rightfully so. But no, that TV show, Ghost Adventures, so we're sitting down watching that. And they had, like, I think they have, like, either 2, 3 cats and a dog. So, I can't remember what the cats was doing, but the dog had started scratching at the door. Watch that show all the time. Oh, yeah, that show, it's cool, but, like, it's scary. And so their dog had started scratching at the door. I knew for a fact that we were all gonna die. Like, I knew for a fact, I was like, nope, we're not making it. I was so prepared because I had kind of like, I looked at their window to see like, can I fit out that window? Because I'm like, nah, I'm gonna straight up like just jump out the window. And did I get a car? Nope. But yeah, I was gonna jump out the window and literally just run home as fast as I could. I didn't know where I was at, but I was gonna run far. I was scary as watching Cujo and a cat started scratching at the door. He was also at the door. Cujo ain't really... That's a movie. Now, that's a movie I could never find scary.
Will be at Sonoma Raceway.
Is it wrong that I was kind of laughing at them? I was like, that's the issue with me. I don't take nothing serious. Like, these people just got trapped in their car. The dog's trying to kill them. I'm sitting there laughing. It's like, that's when you know things is bad. I'm like, your car, you got this old, like, 60s, 70s car. That car is like 10, 15 years old. Been having car issues for I don't know how long. This is scary, but when the door is standing in here. So, yeah. No, I could see how that's scary. Yeah, I hear some noises. But, yeah, that's why I was over at my friend's house. I heard that dog scratched at the door, and I was like, that's it. We're done. I was like, I love those friends and all, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, if you guys ain't following behind me, then It's funny though because they all was just like, you know, so casual with looking over at the door. I almost like jumped out the chair like looking to see. Then once when the dog came walking around the corner, I felt so like, you know, okay, I'm somewhat calm, but my nerves are shot. Like, it's funny, if I had this Fitbit watch back then, they had seen my heart rate went from like 60, 70 to like 160 and 70. Is in no way helpful in horror situations. Oh, same with mines. But none of us are. We're not helpful when it comes to each other. I don't really feel like playing Forza. But yeah, we will do like it's every person for themselves pretty much. I think I'm gonna do a few more laps in Car X. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. My grandpa had passed and his ashes are in the basement closet. My mom stood in the closet and started knocking. My sister freaked out. Got me and my brother, she opened. That's crazy. Stuff like that. I don't know. But I'm like, yeah, in situations, I'm like, I'm getting somewhere. So that's why I'm, you know, my sister, she, you know, we mostly, in situations where we scared, yeah, we're both running. We ain't standing around investigating and any of that other stuff. Like, nah, if we hear something go down, we're either hiding or we're running. Chosen flight. Yeah, honestly. That's what I do. I'm like, it's either stand here, get killed, or fly away. I'm like, I think I can possibly fly away. Or, if you meant fight, then I'm like, yeah, I definitely, you know, if I can't go nowhere, then I'm like, all right, well, my inner Mike Tyson will definitely shine tonight. That's another reason why my family... Well, my dad, he's never been the one to, like, scare people, but my mom and sister, they always... Well, my sister, she learned her lesson. And I remember my mom, she almost got swung on one day because she tried hiding in the stairs. She, like, screamed and then turned on the light, and she seen that I was, like, in a fighting stance, and she was just like, you almost hit me. I'm like, well, what do you expect when you're going up some dark stairs and you just start hearing yelling going off, like... I don't know what's going on, like... So if you live alone, you hear something, gonna fight or yeet yourself out the back door. Probably, yeet myself out the back door. It depends on the noise. Like, if it sounds like it's like some, like, an animal-like noise, like if I just heard, like, some rumbling and it sounded like a voice, oh, I'm leaving. But if it's like some people talking about, no, let's go upstairs and see what's up there. Then I'll stand and fight. I'll make sure I'm like armed with a weapon. Because no, there was a time where I thought I did hear some stuff. And I legit had my Guitar Hero thing. I put it back together because I think, you know how like it had like that detachable. You got windows though. Oh yeah, because no, my window, because I live in a townhouse. And my window, like, leads out to my neighbors, like, on top of their car. So if it ever came down to it, I'll just slide down my roof, jump on their car, and then there's, like, a shortcut that I can run out of. I'm gone. But I think my dad, I think he came home late, and I was asleep. And I just heard, like, noises going off, and I was like, nope. I was like, let me go ahead and get my Guitar Hero guitar, get the swinging. And I think I heard his voice. I'm like, man, you don't know how close you came to getting the whammy bar across the head. I'm like, you can't scare people like that. Pop the screen and scoop. For sure. That's what I like with thing in like them scary movies when the people are like, they hear like some loud noise go off. And then there's always that one person that's like, hey, what was that? Let's go and investigate. They should have me in the scary movie. They should have me being me in the scary movie. I promise you, like, that movie's... my scene's only gonna be a cameo appearance. No, grab nothing. Yeah. Saying that, like, them scary movies and people are like, hey, let's go and investigate. Let's see what's going on. Hello? Is anybody there? And then you just start hearing some, like, Tasmanian devil voice. Like, I think they're trying to speak. Prime example, Jeepers Creepers. Now that, what Derry did when he went back to that abandoned church and went to go look down that way, that's like, you clearly seen... Have you seen Jeepers Creepers, DK? Second one, it was like, they had no choice. They were stuck, but that first one, I was like, bro, he's one of those friends where it's like, I'm not your friend no more. Or when they're lost and use their phones, flashlights, and they get close to trying, they won't call for... I know, right? Yes, I have. Yeah, in Jeepers Creepers, when he went back to that abandoned church, and it's like, you seen him dump 2 bodies down in that well. Like, bruh, I mean, come on now. I never would have left off that road. I said, we're getting gas, we're getting snacks, and after that, we driving all the way to where we need to go. I've been driving the whole night. After he went down in that well, and after he's seen what he's seen, I've been driving the whole night. My sister had been like, you gotta pull over and get some rest. I'm like, I'm not resting. I had bought like at least like 10 Red Bulls and been drinking all that stuff. I'm like, look, if these Red Bulls land me in the hospital, I'd rather have a hospital bill than to get stitched up by some weird black creature. That's the one and only time I think I was scared of something that was like, you know, that was black. Other than that, it's like, you just see some black people, it's like, oh, okay, cool, family. Something like him, I'm like, nah, he got wings, that's not normal. Seen Texas Chainsaw Man. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's another movie where it's like, why are you guys going around this house, and it don't look right? Like, this look like the same house in Courage the Cowardly Dog, just scarier. And you guys decide, hey, you know what, let's go inside. They hear a chainsaw in the distance. What's that noise? Let's go and see what's going on. I'm like, you guys, man. And they stop. Like, nah, keep driving. Yeah. See, the guy in the... Well, I don't know which Texas, because they came out with so many. I don't know which one have you seen, but I saw the original 70s one. And that dude in the wheelchair was like... He was smart. He was all like, nah. He was like, I don't want to go nowhere. That had been me. I've been in the car. See, but okay, yeah, because they've came out with so many, but I can see right now it's like I've been with like a group of friends. The one girl's boyfriend would have went off somewhere. She's like, Tyler, can you go out and see if you can find like Richard? Let's just make up a random name. She's like, can you go out and find Richard? I'm like, look, I've seen a lot of scary movies when situations like this then happen. It's almost midnight. Richard hasn't came. Richard's dead, okay? She's like, don't say that. He's just going to go find help. I'm like, he found help, all right. He got lured into a trap, and the big monstrous murder man chopped his head off. Like, Richard's dead. You sing. Yeah. I was like, Richard, I'm like, look, you single now. So you might as well, like, you can keep the photos, but you're going to have to take him, you're going to have to replace his initials with, like, or put RIP in front of it. Because that man dead. She's just like, you're not being a man. And I was like, in situations like this, no, I'm not going to be a man. I am going to be a child. And I'm going to sit myself right here in this car, and I'm not leaving. They should have been like, well, can you come with me so I could go find him? I'm like, you could go out there and get killed if you want to. You know, I'd call out the SWAT team and be like, you know, they was in this area last, but I'm like, I'm not going out there. Look for yourself. I got blankets at home. Call it. Exactly. I've been asleep. I've been like, I'm not going outside. I'm like, I'll fight you before I'll fight whatever big monstrous murder man is out there waiting for us to leave out this car or house. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then the old classic Friday the 13th. Have you seen the original one? Because, yeah, they was like with the old lady killing. See, because I don't condone violence towards women. I will never in my life be violent towards a woman. But Friday the 13th, I definitely would have two-pieced that old lady in her chin. Once when I had seen like who it was, I had looked at everybody and been like, "Are you guys serious? You had me run around in these woods, almost have an asthma attack for a 60-year-old woman." I'm like, nah, hold on for a second. I looked at that old lady. I'm like, come here real quick. Just come here real quick. Put your weapon down. Like, you know, they ain't gonna. I had two-pieced her in her chin and then just been like, now can we go and leave? The woods too much. They do. They honestly, they do. They'll be out there. They just be all like, you know what? Let's walk around. Like, nah, how about we stay near this campfire? And if we see anything in the woods move, we gotta run. I'm like, Richard, I'm like, you got north. Sarah, you got south. I got west. And, freaking Clyde, you got, east. Love hiking, but it gets dark. I'm going home. Oh, for sure. I sat there was a time I was walking home after I got off work. And it's because of daylight saving time. And where I live, there wasn't where there's the one area where the street lights is kind of dark, so you can't really see a whole lot. I saw my shadow and nearly roundhouse like whatever was behind me. Cause I'm listening to music. I can't really hear what's behind me if I'm listening to my music, and so I saw my shadow and I, forgot how like physics and lights work. And didn't realize like, okay, I walked past the light, which means my shadow is gonna be in front of me. Two street lights. Yeah, I saw my shadow and was all like, well, that's it. Somebody about to get the meanest roundhouse kick of all time. I turned around all fast. I imagine, like, because I did it in front of a house, too. If that house has a security camera, I bet they watch that video till this day. Because I had my leg ready. That's, I think, the thing that a lot of people don't, imagine. I had my leg ready, like, for a roundhouse. I was like, why a roundhouse? Like, out of all the fighting moves I could have did, I guess I just got like, I don't know. Just use all my limbs. It'd be funny if somebody had been behind me. They just jogging or walking home themselves, not realizing somebody else got off the bus too. I was walking with my sister, and she wanted to go hang out with a friend. After hanging out, we had to walk back. We used this large road, single street light. Went out. We didn't look at the light. We didn't look back. We just booked it. No, rightfully, like, that's what you're supposed to do. In a situation like that, that's what you need to do. You book it. If that street light, because there's like one street light on that road, then once you hit the corner, then there's like multiple street lights. If that street light would have started flickering and went out, oh, I'm gone. I was like, I am out of here. I'm leaving. I'm not cut out for this. It's funny though, that's another thing in scary movies when the one girl always falls. I'm like, hey, look. I'm like, I told that girl, I'm like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Roots. Kunta Kinte got his foot chopped off, and that man still ran away from them racist people. I'm like, you better fix that leg right now, and you better get up and start running. We paused and laughed because we booked it. Just cause bulb blue. Oh no, I've been like, hey, it just shows that you guys, your survival instincts is on an A+. Got 2 left feet or something. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't think a lot of people have seen that movie, or it's like a TV movie, but still, Roots. And it's like this old, like, movie about slavery, and the dude in there got his foot chopped off, and he still managed to, like, run away off of that chopped off foot. And I'm saying, like, I've had, like, ankle pains. Like, I think recently I had just, sprained my, like, ankle and, like, calf and that whole area. But if something were chasing after me, I'm like, I'm just gonna have to run through that pain. Keep running in hills, like, nah, kick him off and ditch. Exactly. Now, the one movie that I was all like, hey, yo, this black man, this is what we need in scary movies from now on. It was this old 80s movie called Night of the Demons. That guy in that movie, that was the one time I was, like, happy for a black actor. That's like, he's like top 5 black actors in this world because he was being realistic. He's not running around talking about, oh, I'll save you because I'm gonna be the hero. And Jason Voorhees wants blood. Like, come on now. It's like, I don't know what that guy's name is, but that's the guy where it's, you know, you gotta trust him. So I watch a horror film and there's a black guy, I'm like, guess he's gonna die first for no, always. He dies because he's like, you know what? And it's like, it's stupid. No, it's very stupid. And it's like, not to start no race thing here, but nah, he's like, you know what? Let me see how, like, you know, like, let me hang out with my white friends real quick. Let me see what they're into. It's like, nah, bruh. It's like, well, you can hang out with them. You just gotta make sure your, like, black instincts don't go away. That's what I'm saying. They need to have me in the scary movie. I'll show you how an actual legitimate black person would act. We'll be out in the woods. Everybody's all talking. I hear one stick crack. I'm like, well, I gotta go. Just one from where the black guy lives. I'm like, that's how you do it. Yeah. There's been a few movies I've seen where the, like, black guy actually, yeah, because House on Haunted Hills, but he was kind of being a little bit, like, stupid in that movie, but he survived by, like, luck. That man was blessed. Night of the Demons, that man, his black instincts was kicking throughout that whole movie. It's like, I love watching that movie because I'm like, this is me. And this is literally, like, all, like black American people. Like, I just love the one part of that movie where he was all like, because they had, like, so the two, like, ghost things had ambushed him and they were coming down from the hallways. He legit looked at his friend and said, they're not getting me. Took off running full speed, barrel rolled out of a window, and he was already outside. And I was like, hey, yo, this man needs to be president of the United States. I love this man. Nah, he's like, because I watched that movie and I'm like, this is me. This is what I would do. He ditched those guys so many different times in the movie. I love that movie. If you've not seen that movie, the 80s Night of the Demons, watch that movie. You will laugh just because of how that black man was acted in that movie. It got to the point where he got so scared that he slept out in the car. And then I think, like, yeah, somebody had, like, got killed and ended up getting thrown across the car, so he ran in the house trying to get everybody, but they were all scattered. Some of them had already died and turned into ghost people. But yeah, that man was smart. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's that shark movie with Samuel L. Jackson, right? And there was, I think, yeah, then the chef was it LL Cool J in that movie? That was a movie where it's like, somebody would have told me one day LL Cool J and Samuel L. Jackson would do a movie together. I'm like, is that movie gonna go straight to DVD or something? Like, I don't see it. And then when you actually see the setup, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good movie too. Them shark movies be good. Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but... Ooh, the one movie that's kind of like that is Crawl. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Crawl, but that movie is crazy. That movie, it was about this girl and her dad, and they got... Because they were out in Florida. It's like, you ate my bird. And boom. I don't remember too much of that movie. Deep Blue Sea. I had to watch that movie again, but no, Crawl was like, them people they were in Florida and got trapped in this house with some alligators, and I was like, hey, yo, that's when you start crying. I had cried. I'm like, I'm not cut out for this, man. Like, please, like, just, you know, let me just go out a different way. I can't go out because of no alligators. Then the one guy is all like, oh no, he was like, I gotta save this girl because she might potentially be my girlfriend. I'm like, please. I'm like, that girl ain't at a shelter place, you know, to get away from this, what is it, tsunami? I'm like, nah. I'm like, you know, can't do it. This bird over, but the shark jumped up and ate it. Over the hat. Alex and you ate my bird. I probably would do some if I had a pet and the shark or whatever it was like killed it. I think I would have tried to seek out revenge too. I'm like, oh nah, you playing with my emotions at this point. I know that's one movie they always say that they found sad. Where that scene in the movie but I Am Legend when Will Smith had to kill his dog. I think that was a scene that a lot of people wasn't expecting. I was like, it was sad though. Like as a kid watching it, I was like, I didn't care. But as you get older, go through a couple of dogs, yeah, then you're like, dang, yeah, that's sad. Had me tear up. Oh, I think a lot of people, I watched that scene, I watched it a crap ton of times, and then there was just one day when I watched it and I was like, hey yo, this is actually kind of sad. Like, I was like, I don't know about this. I'm like, movies don't need to be sad. I'm like, they don't need to do that. Then he started crying. I'm like, I don't know, man. That's a scene that had been like, if that had been some real life stuff, I probably would have did the same thing he did. I've been like, I'm blowing up every single zombie in the world. People always be like tripping off of them dog scenes. I think it was that and John Wick. And people was like, John Wick came to see his dog turn. I know, right? John Wick, that movie, that beginning part was sad. I was like, dang, did Disney make this movie? Why is the beginning of this movie all sad? Wife dies, she gives him this cute dog. The dog ends up getting killed. I'm like, why? For what? He going on little adventures and stuff. I'm like, he's, building a bond with the dog. Just for some guys to steal the car and killed it. I'm like, bruh. I remember when that movie came out, everybody was like, I think that's going a little bit overboard and extreme. I'm like, first off, it's Keanu Reeves. He's always going to be overboard and extreme in his movies. Second, they killed his dad's wife gift to him. Still a dog full of dog. So I'm saying, like, that was his dying wife. His wife that had just died. Her gift to him was that cute little cuddling fluffy dog. And you mean to tell me that, oh, that's normal, that's everyday, get jumped in your own home, your dog gets killed and your car gets stolen. They're just like, it's John Wick's car. I was like, oh, I know, right? I did like that scene. That's when I realized, like, nah, if there's ever a time when somebody's all like, oh, no, I stole this, I stole some belongings from this guy's name's like John Wick or something like that. I'm like, hey, you know what? Do me a favor. Walk out them doors. I'm like, don't come through here no more. You banned permanently. That guy was all like, oh, yeah. No, I'll take the car. Like, how'd you get this? Oh, I stole it from this guy named John Wick. He's like, yeah, we closed, bruh. He's like, you just opened 5 minutes. I looked at you as you was opening up the gate. Like, y'all just opened. We closed. It's a holiday. It's Martin Luther King cousin's birthday. I'm like, I know one thing. I ain't taking that car. You could take it back where you got it, but that car ain't gonna be here. It's like John Wick, he got some clout though. That's somebody where I'm like, I wouldn't want to cross him. They made his dad call. Someone stole John Wick's car, killed his dog. He was like, I know, right? Even the dad was like, dang, my son's gonna die. He was like, there's no ways around it. So he was like, he wasn't even getting prepared to defend his son. He was getting prepared to like fight for his son because he knew his son was already dead. Even banished his son. I'm saying like, cause bruh, it's like you crossed the man. Like, nah, you can't do that. I imagine there'd be a day if I'm playing a video game and end up killing John Wick. All of a sudden my power goes out and I'm like, I just hear like a bunch of fighting going on outside. Keanu Reeves looks up at the window talking about you're next. I start crying because I'm like, I know I can't go nowhere. I apologize. I don't know what an apology would do, but I'll try to apologize. I'm like, look, man, I'm just trying to get my KD up on Call of Duty. I can't help it. I would like to know how did he learn all of that? I'm like, that man out here. I like part 2 though when he got into that little like quiet shootout with Common. They just casually walking through a train station shooting at each other with silencers. I'm like, bro, how y'all? All right, I'm gonna question it. Just here, I need a reservation for 5 with a special gate. I'm saying, like, he probably would say some stuff like that. I'd start crying. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't want to cross his path. I can see one of those photos being created where they're like, your girlfriend just made this man upset. What are you going to do to defend her? And it's John Wick. I've been like, well, like, what did you do? She's just like, I am your fiance. You're supposed to take my side. I'm like, not today. You don't know what this man's capable of? Just sit there. No, you can't. She had been like, if you don't fight for me, this relationship is over. I pulled my phone out and said, so like, which photos you want deleted from my social media? Like, because I like this photo. This photo actually kind of go hard with the filter and stuff, but I mean, I'll delete it if you want me to. She'd be like, wow, you're really gonna throw our 3-year relationship away? It's like, we talked about kids, we talked about a family. I'm like, so back on this photo, like, because did you want me to delete it? Because I'll delete it, but I'll screenshot it and save it because this is a cold photo and stuff. So like, I think it's a dope, like how we were matching and stuff. Or she had been like, oh, I stole this man's dog. It was like, he was old. He can't do nothing about it. I'm like, wait a second. I seen this dog before. I looked at the tag. They'd be like, property of John Wick. I say, hey, yo, leave my house, delete my number, delete all the photos we had on social media. I want no connections with you. I went to the courtroom, changed my name. Like, my name's TMossBoss. I'm like Boss Moss T. That's what I want my name to be now. Yep. Some sub to. Like, that's what my name is. I ain't crossing his path. I think, like, who would be like that'd be a fight that I would like to see, like Prime Mike Tyson versus versus John Wick. That's a fight where I'm like, I would pay like $100,000 to like for front row tickets to that fight. I feel like John Wick would win though. Spider-Man versus John Wick. I don't know. I think Spider-Man would win that fight because Spider-Man's like a superhuman. John Wick, on the other hand, he's just like the strongest human in the world. I feel like there's a difference between like superhuman and strongest human in the world. It's gonna probably be my last race. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. But yeah, I think between them two, I still would fight Spider-Man. See, after I finish power washing this house, okay. Yeah, I still would fight Spider-Man because I'm like, John Wick would kill you. Spider-Man, he'll just like you know, web you up to a wall or something. Like, it's gonna be a beating. It's gonna be the you know, a messed up beating, but I'd still rather fight Spider-Man. Watch Spider-Man, he's like, I'm the first person that he ends up killing. I'm like, dang, so there was no other ways around it. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get 17,000. I want to fight Andrew Garfield saying he might actually kill me. It would be Tobey Maguire, cause that man, he seemed like he got anger issues. Cause after that one video where them paparazzis were surrounding his car, and he was like that, he seemed like he'll be the Spider-Man that'll actually kill you. Then Tom Holland, he's like a chilled Spider-Man. Like, I wouldn't even fight him. I'd just been like, you know what? Do it by accident. He probably would. Tom Holland, I feel like I've been talking with him, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even know why I'm fighting you. Like, nah, you good peoples. Dabbed him up, walked away. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead, call it a night. I appreciate everybody for stopping by today's stream. Till next time, I will talk to everybody later. Thank you to everybody that stopped by today. And yeah, peace.